Perfect. I guess I'll start. I guess first reactions, big first win of the tournament, moving on for Notre Dame. Just how did the, how did you guys think the game went overall?
Yeah, I can go first. I just think from top to bottom, we executed everything that we wanted to. We came out on fire, and I think we just carried it through the entire game, and it's just a really good feel-good win.
I agree. I feel like we executed offensively on a lot of our game plan, and we were able to connect the defensive end and the offensive end together, and it was very good connected team win altogether.
Any more questions?
Uh, so when we look at kind of the numbers and you know it all plays out that you wind up dominating in terms of shots, in terms of draw controls, what winds up on goal, what Duke winds up with more fouls. Just how does this game momentum wise just kind of feed that once your team started getting rolling, that Duke really found itself on the heels against you.
I think starting from the draw, we have such like a emphasis placed on our draw team, and I think they were huge sparks for us, from top to bottom. I think we had some changes on the draw, and I think that was really awesome, and it carried into our offensive and defensive end. And I think going into our next game, just like having all of the stats be in our favor is something that is going to bring momentum into our game against Notre Dame.
Yeah, I agree. I was just gonna say that like when the defense makes a stop, it's really important like to take care of the possessions and have the defense's back and score offensively and put the ball in the back of the net for the defense. So like taking care of the ball, cherishing it, and like wearing down the possession clock, all those things go into our momentum.
Hey guys, congratulations.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
As two veterans on this team, how important was it to keep your foot on the gas in the second half and not let up?
I think back to, the past 3 years. Obviously I'm a senior, so this is my fourth year. And just thinking about other games that we didn't keep our foot on the gas, you can't let up in those small moments. And you think, going ahead, we were preparing for our bigger games. And I think just carrying that into our bigger games and having our foot on the gas the whole time keeps us rolling into the next games.
Yeah, I think it's super important to have your foot on the gas pedal just because when it comes tournament time, the winners keep getting to play and losers go home. So you can't really give teams the chance to fight back in it because everyone's playing for their lives at the end of the day. So being able to keep your foot on the gas and really put the teams away is really important.
Yeah, and you need all those moments. There's no moments that don't matter. So the seconds at the end of the game, the possessions at the end of the game, all those over time add up to practice and preparation. So we really try to stay focused in those moments because we need those moments if we're going to try to win it all.
I guess McKenna, this is more of a question focus for you, but you guys seem to have a lot of success running along the goal line, and then looking for people cutting across the middle. I guess what do you see in those situations when you're either curling from behind the net or just running straight at it that opens up for you?
I see my best friends who I want to pass the ball to, and I think that's something so special. Is like we really harp on our relationships, and I find my friends, and I'm friends with every single person on this team and in my unit, and I think that's something really special. Is that I trust anyone and everyone with the ball, and I trust my feeds that I know that they're gonna put the ball in the back of the net.
Coach, for you, how much does that kind of also spill back defensively too, where you hear your offensive players talk about trust and communication and knowing they can get the ball out, but for you defensively too, like where they're saying getting those stops, like where does that kind of develop for on the back end too?
Yeah, trust is the baseline for any good defense. And I think our girls, there's a really deep level of trust between them on the field that is built off the field and then over time sort of compounded minute by minute, game by game. And for these guys, some of them year by year. And I think trust is sort of where everything stems from. And when our defense is trusting each other, I think the team is trusting the team because the defense is generally our stabilizer. So if our defense is playing, with a lot of trust, I think the team's in good shape.
And then just last one from me, and I don't know if anyone else is gonna jump after me on this, but if you haven't played back to back kind of like this all year? I know you've done it in the past, and I know there's been kind of that 1 day break before where you've had to deal with it, but I know this year you've had like 3 day breaks in between. What's kind of the schedule tomorrow for recovery, for preparation? I know you've seen Notre Dame, but what's kind of the schedule here? You know, it's late too, so you know, what are we doing tomorrow to get primed up for the next game?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't start tomorrow, it starts now. The recovery started 3 minutes after the game. Fuel is already happening. Rest is next. Coaches will prepare all night and the girls will get to work in the morning. And it'll be a healthy balance of, like I said, fuel, eating, sleeping, hydrating, resting their bodies. We have a really supportive administrative group here that's giving the girls everything they need to get ready physically. And then these girls are so good about their preparation. We'll be watching film tonight, tomorrow morning. It'll be a grind. Tomorrow is a full blown work day.
Yeah, I'll follow Dan on that one. You guys see Notre Dame a ton, but you saw them twice in the postseason last year. You get them again now. Is it just a matter of, who wants it more at this point, since you guys know each other so well?
I think that's an element, who wants it more, but truthfully, we're just going to have to play a better lacrosse game than Notre Dame to win.
Just one more from me for all of you. When you see Cassidy go down and then come back in the game, well, Coach, I can see your reaction right now. What were you guys thinking first? But then she had a one-handed turnover, maybe 30 seconds later. Just speak to her toughness and what she means to this program.
I just think Cassidy embodies everything that every single person on this team wants to be. She's the hardest worker on our team, on and off the field, always doing going the extra mile. I think just seeing that, we all kind of just rallied around the fact that Cassidy went down. You never want to see someone go down, but especially Cassidy, who's, the hardest working player on our team. And then she goes and makes this crazy interception. I think it was just inspiring. And we knew we had to have her back after that.
She is really inspiring to watch and to play with. And I think we all kind of look up to Cass and we embody her and we want to be just like her. And she did that by going hard, which we all admire. And I think one thing that when she went down, Ryan Smith was like, let's go finish the ball for her and score for Cassidy, because she went to the cage so hard that we had to score for her.